Hello, you're watching India Today Tech. I am Pavni Jain and I'm here with another hashtag Let's Get Techie video. By now, I'm assuming that everybody knows what these Q&A videos are about that I do every Friday because these are the kind of videos that I've been producing from past couple of months. Actually, let's not go there. Let's just assume that I'm telling this to the newbies to our channel. So to all the newbies, these are the kind of interactive videos where you can ask me any tech related question and I answer them. Now how do you ask me a question? It's really simple. All you have to do is shoot your question in the comment section down below of this video. Use the hashtag Let's Get Techie and I'll take your question in the next week's video. Easy peasy. So let's get started. Question number 1. Subhradeep Saha, right? I am confused. If I should buy Nokia 7.2 Plus, what features do I get? Is 7.2 Plus good for gaming? There is no Nokia 7.2 Plus. What we have is Nokia 7.2 with features like 48 megapixel triple camera system on the rear panel, 6.3 inches Full HD Plus display as well, and for the chipset it has got Snapdragon 660, which is actually quite good for moderate gamers. But Subhradeep, if you are say an Anthu gamer who loves to play long sessions of high graphics games, PUBG is coming back to India. I'm sorry. So if you are somebody like that, then I would say you should skip this handset. You know, Nokia 7.2 is priced somewhere around 17,000 rupees for now. And at that price point, you also get Moto One Fusion Plus, which features 730G chipset, which is actually for gamers. Yes, it comes with decent performance, plus it runs on close to stock Android-like experience as well. So let's go ahead with next question. Actually, wait, I think with that I've already answered the next question that was put up by Yin Yang. And the question is, what is the best stock Android phone under rupees 20,000? So, while we know, Google Pixel smartphones run stock Android and they're comparatively expensive for many reasons. So, to get a phone that runs stock Android-like experience and performs really well and at a budget of rupees 20,000, it is actually a bit tricky. But as I mentioned, you can still go and check out Moto One Fusion Plus. Its performance is near stock Android, so that might satisfy you. Plus it has amazing other specs and features, which is value for money. So go and check that phone out. Next question is from Anvesh Sapkal, and the question is, OnePlus Nord or Realme X3, which one is overall best? Let's count on the specs of both of these smartphones first. So both of these smartphones come with powerful chipsets. Nord has got Snapdragon 765G chipset, which is really good for gaming, whereas X3 has got 855 plus chipset. I mean, whoa. As for the cameras, Nord has 48 megapixel main shooter but paired up with the Sony sensor, whereas X3 has got 64 megapixel as main shooter but with Samsung sensor. For the battery, like the battery size and the charging system, which is 33 watt fast charging system, is similar on both the smartphones. So overall, after knowing all these things, I would still choose OnePlus Nord for mainly for its cleaner software in comparison to Realme X3. Also, the image quality of the pictures, when you click using a smartphone, comes better when the pictures are taken from Sony sensors over Samsung sensors. But this is my opinion, and also it is not true in every case. A lot of other things depend on camera software as well. So yeah, as an overall smartphone which is value for money, I would choose OnePlus Nord over Realme X3. Next question, let's take it from Divya Pandey, and the question is, hi, hello, I have seen a lot of videos that claim 5G is harmful and it can increase spread COVID-19. What are your views? What? I mean, what? I have one question here from Manoj Pujar, and it is, presently using Pixel 3a, is it worth upgrading to Pixel 4a? See Manoj, Pixel 4a is the successor of Pixel 3a, which means the Pixel 4a is better than Pixel 3a in general. For example, say Pixel 4a has got better chipset. It has got slightly bigger battery. The phone is 2 cm larger in size, and it has got better memory and configuration as well, storage configuration. But you know what? The features of Pixel 4a do not blemish the features of Pixel 3a. This is the best part about Pixel smartphones, that they run on stock Android, which means that you get 3 years, at least 3 years of updates, and the phones will be smooth. So if you're not tempted by the spec sheet of Pixel 4a and doing extremely fine with Pixel 3a, then do not buy the new phone just for the sake of buying it. According to me, you can still continue using Pixel 3a at least for 1 more year. Suhaib Ahmed needs a suggestion and he writes, I want to buy a phone of cost under rupees 7,500. Features required: 4GB RAM, 64GB storage, good camera. Which phone do you recommend? For the memory and storage that you require in a new smartphone, I would recommend to extend your budget to at least 10,000 rupees. In that case, you will be able to buy either Realme C15 Qualcomm edition or Moto G8 Power Lite. You can choose any one of these 2 phones that I have mentioned. Both of them are extremely well, and they come in 4GB plus 64GB configuration as well. That was our last question for today's video. Thank you everyone for asking all the questions. Please keep shooting more and more questions in the comment section using the hashtag Let's Get Techie. And I will see you in the next video. But before that, do not forget to like this video, share this video with your friends. Do not hesitate, please, come on, it might be helpful to them as well. And do not forget to subscribe to India Today Tech. See you.